We highlight a group of students in our second story, students who live a life quite different than most students. These are migrant students, students who migrate from their hometown to other cities during the harvest season for work. From dusk till dawn, these students aid their parents or other family members in picking, stocking, and labeling the harvest, readying it for sale. Due to such difficulties such as having to work at a very young age and even moving from school to school, these group of students receive a great amount of aid from the district. Despite such difficulties though, many have managed to still excel in Roma High School, both in academics and extracurriculars. In order to recognize the extra work these students exert, the Roma High School has decided to recognize migrant seniors with a breakfast on May 22nd.
Some of Roma High School's finest students are migrants or children of migrant workers. Aside from facing the ordinary struggles of being in high school, these young men and women have learned to excel in school despite dealing with the additional challenges of living as a migrant.
We started off when I was younger. We went to North Dakota to our first time traveling. It was a very difficult experience as a child growing up. Not really seeing my parents so much growing up and traveling to places I didn't know. We would be in a small house filled with different families, and it was challenging.
Okay, so I started being a migrant when I was in high school, and we always traveled to Illinois and we basically picked corn over there. And I hated waking up early. Well, as a migrant, I really learned the value of hard work. I experienced how other people didn't have any other choice as opposed to me. I saw that people were really breaking their backs over there. That made me value what I had over here in Roma, like the education, the option to become educated and become a professional.
Actually, I remember since like my whole life, I just have memories where I had to go to school like in the summer because I needed help, because since I left early, some of my English reading was not as well as the other students, so I had to get that extra help that other students didn't need. And sometimes, and as I went growing up, like things got tougher because I started realizing that life was not as easy as they make them seem. Like there were some days where like you had to wake up really early in the morning and then go work at the sun, and then so you would get like blisters over blisters, and you just had to get through that and keep on going. Other things are like sometimes like I would make friends when I was smaller, and then I'd say like I wouldn't see them again because I would come back to the valley or leave from the valley to go work some other places.
Ever since I was little, like from Emma Vera, I could remember being a migrant, getting help with like the money and stuff from school with supplies. First, like I would just go with my family, Pal West, we would go to La Sandia or El Melon. Working in the cornfields is pretty hard, pero I'm planning on going to Michigan this summer to go work in the blueberries, but I'm not sure yet. But so far, I mean, it was tough because it's work, but it was fun at the same time, and like you get to learn responsibility because you're working, and plus you'd still get paid, so you get to learn how to like manage your money a little bit. You use it for like school, not just to like go mess around with your friends.
I pretty much started traveling when I was about 7 or 8. I would not actually work at that age. I would just travel with my parents, but I remember I would leave school early and I was like, why Mom, I actually like coming to school, why are you making me not go to school? And it would be hard for me, but my parents told me, oh, this is what we need to do because we need to get money and we need financial help. So we would travel mostly here in the valley, not in the valley, but in Texas, not that far away, and every year would be the same. I would leave school early and arrive late. And it would be hard for me because it was more hard for me to make friends and start talking to new people at that age. So when we were there working, I would usually just stay home, they would babysit me, and I would be with a stranger for about 10 hours a day, and I had nothing to do, so they signed me up for a migrant school, actually, that they had in the city, where they helped me how to read and do math.
Their hardships experienced out in the fields have turned into triumphs in and out of the classroom. Along the way, these students have used their experiences as migrants as a source of motivation for the future.
My experience as a migrant student have helped me become a better person by actually understanding what other people go through. Maybe not in the same migrant situation, but maybe they're going through tough times, and I can be there to say, oh, everything's gonna be okay, even though it's hard right now, it's gonna be worth it by the end of the time, because you're gonna succeed and eventually become and reach your dreams.
It was still hard. Like it would be like moving every year, because I would leave my friends and I wouldn't talk to my family that I had here, but I would still go meet new people. I just thought like as a vacation, and it would be fun too, because like I would meet a lot of new people, but I wouldn't really like get to know them real good. Just as like I would like to call them my friends, but I wasn't there long enough to get to know them like that. But it was a good experience just leaving.
It has helped me take like better appreciation of the things many students don't. Like they take advantage sometimes of like coming to school or like the helps they get, because like not a lot of people get that chance of maybe being able to choose a college without having to worry like, oh, how am I gonna pay it, or how is it that I'm gonna go to school if I have to still think about going to work. Sometimes just like the support, like they might say, oh, my life's so hard, but they really haven't lived the life of a migrant, because it's like a whole different world that many people don't like expect it to be.
The Roma Independent School District's Migrant and Counseling Department has played an important role in the development of these students. This educational support team has been instrumental in helping students transition in and out of school.
But whenever I need to know something, like figure out something, I would usually go to my migrant counselor, because I would feel more comfortable with them, because I've known them for a longer time. And like the vouchers that they would give us for buy clothes for school or whatever, that would help a lot. We didn't have to worry about supplies for school for next year, because the school would give us supplies. So it would take a lot of strain from my family.
For as long as I remember, they have always been there. Every summer they would call my parents one or twice and see how I was going, if I needed help in any of my academics. And throughout the year, our counselor meet up with us at least 1 or 2 times per month. And if we need help with any resources, they're there to give it to us. And they're there just to check up on how we're doing in classes.
Our migrant sponsor is Ms. Garza. She's very involved with us. She's always telling us, like, she's always encouraging us to follow our goals, to reach our goals, to get educated.
As they prepare to enter college, our local migrant seniors now find themselves in a unique position to shape their own future.
It's taught me that working in the fields, it's very hard, and I want to pursue my education, to get a career. It's inspired me to become a better person, and to see that growing up without an education is very hard, and I want to become someone in life because of it.
Like I still have a little sister in high school, and I know she's struggling to like fit in like school, so I want to maybe help her guide a little bit more. And then I want to go something like in the field of engineering. I like the way that the world works. I want to know more like the mysteries of how technology is helping improve the world.
Hopefully I get accepted into a CAMP program, which is a migrant program in UTRGV. They'll help me out with my business, because that's what I want to major in, business and marketing. After that, I'm planning to just get a job in San Antonio.
This year's group of migrant seniors serve as an example of excellence to other generations of migrant students. Their success in and out of the classrooms offers hope to other students facing similar challenges and who strive to achieve academic excellence.
I would tell them that no matter how hard things get, they should continue, because they should always try to strive to be better than what they are right now. Not to follow the same step as their parents. They should go beyond them to make sure that their parents are proud of them
to not give up, that it gets better, to never stop going to school, that education is key.
Dream big and reach your goals and fight for it. I mean, if you already worked so much, I mean, you already gone through so much to give up now, well, don't give up.
Keep going at it. I mean, it helps with the money and it's a fun experience, so it's not a bad thing to be a migrant. I never thought about it to be a bad thing, so just keep going at it.
I would tell them not to give up, that it may be hard and tough right now, but eventually things will get better, and that for them to start planning a career plan of their goals so they can actually go to college and become what they want to be and give those opportunities that they never had to their children.